This is how a December morning could look like in south of Sweden. It's freezing cold and it's very windy. I prefer just to go out to take a few pictures and then go inside for another breakfast. I am Sara and I run this vegetable garden and this YouTube channel, Sara's Kitchen Garden, and a garden blog in English at sarabackman.com. Well, today my video will not be about gardening, because I got a challenge a few weeks ago actually, and it was Homemade, Homegrown and Home in Nature who nominated one of my videos to this challenge, where YouTube creators share their favorite videos. And I was supposed to do this video a while ago, but actually my family got sick, so it was a bit delayed, and then I had to go to Stockholm to take part in a TV show to share my lovely homegrown winter vegetables. So this week I will do it, and now is the time. When I get to choose a favorite video among the ones that I have published in English, I think I'd like to share with you this one. It's from last year, and this is a series of videos that I think people have found interesting, since it shows how easy it can be really to start growing vegetables. It's not complicated at all. You don't have to buy things or even work hard to get started. And you can see all parts of this series on my YouTube, and there are links in the description, of course. And now I would like to give you a few tips on other videos that I like from other channels, and we will start in Britain, London. And you see, I have been working with different kind of media project for 20 years, and one of the most difficult thing is to find a title for a project, for a program or a show or something. It could be really difficult. And when I saw this YouTube channel's name, I was like, wow, it's a brilliant name. And each time I see it in my YouTube feed, I click it because I want to know what Vivi did next. And this is the name of this brilliant channel, What Vivi Did Next.
Oh, by Jiminy, tain't half got cold and damp.
Vivi lives in London, and she's got an allotment that she visits, and she also got a shed and starts her videos by saying something like, "Hello gardeners, how are you today?" And I feel very happy when watching your videos, because you are very good in inviting me to your place. I don't know how to say it really. It's just nice. And in this video that I would like to share with you guys, Vivi puts up a camera in her garden and she digs a garden bed, chatting with us. As simple as that. And it's brilliant. I so much appreciate your videos, Vivi. Just keep doing them. I am watching and I love them. Thank you. My second nomination goes to a Swedish YouTube channel. I happen to see plenty of garden-related videos, of course. Last couple of months I have been checking a whole lot of videos from market gardeners all over the world. I really enjoy to see those small-scale farms. Most often they are placed in environments that are really beautiful, surrounded by forest, and they are built up in a way it's very aesthetical, I think. Long garden beds in different colors, and what it seems like a rich wildlife when it comes to birds and butterflies, and it's just beautiful. So I watch them and I get plenty of inspiration, and I also notice that gardeners, that I follow anyhow, they are very generous with their knowledge. And in Sweden we have Richard PERKINS with Ridgedale Permaculture. It's a farm in Värmland in Sweden where they grow vegetables for sale. It's a really nice farm, and Richard does his videos in English, so they are very easy for you to understand, of course. And the last couple of months Richard have published videos where he visits other gardeners. And I have so much appreciated those videos. Really nice work. In this video that I would like to recommend, he brings us to
about 7 hours north in Norway. I drove last night up from the farm. Look at these wonderful wiggly windy roads.
to meet Sophia. Oh, it's an amazing video, and I really like this meeting. It's like you are very impressed with Sophia's work. And the thing with this garden that Sophia runs is that it's based in the north parts of Norway, where there is actually no single month during the year without frost. So there's really cold climate, and she grows this garden in an amazing way and managed to sell her vegetables and live by this or off this garden, and she runs it all by herself. And Sophia is very enthusiastic. I get so happy when seeing this video. It's like a big smile on my face. So I would really like to thank you, Richard, for sharing this video, and I think everyone should see it that has an interest for gardening. Alright, so it's time for the third nomination. We will actually stay in Norway. And before I tell you about this YouTube channel and this video, I would like to tell you a short story. You see, I live in the forest in south part of Sweden, but I am actually grown up on an island outside Gothenburg. And when I was a kid, my father was a boat builder. My mother, she had a fish shop in our basement. I was surrounded by fishes and boats. I mean, the sea was my life. We were swimming and we were fishing and we were jumping on the rocks nearby the sea, and we were always by the sea. When you have a father who's a boat builder, you have to handle a boat, and you do have to know what happens if you should fall into the water, etc. So when I was like 6 years old, I had to take a course, a class, and learn how to sail. And the first 2 years when I was in the sailing class, I was afraid all the time. I was scared to death. I remember those years, there was nearly no wind, it was lovely weather and peace and quiet in the sea all the time. But I was so afraid that the boat would tip over. It was no fun, right? But the third year, it blew like hell. I managed to challenge myself and find this joy in sailing. So I was like 8 years old. So I was out sailing like all summer, and I managed to handle the sea. And it was such a huge difference for me, you know, from being scared to, yeah, I mean, I felt strong. I could do this. And then I was like this. I crossed my finger inside of this with the sea. And when I was 13, I started to have my own classes in sailing. And I did that for 10 years before I moved from Gothenburg to another city. I was really attached to boats and sailing and the sea. And I was convinced that I would, as a profession when I was older, that I would be like an officer in the Navy, driving big boats. That was my goal. And I ended up here in a shed in the forest instead. Last summer, I turned 40. And the last year I have been trying to get back to things that I enjoyed before I had a family. This thing with the sea, it really is, it's annoying me a bit because I miss the sea and I miss boats. Simple as that. It's not possible for me to buy myself a boat and have it like on the coast somewhere, because I will never find time to go there. So I was thinking about, wow, a windsurfing board maybe. So I checked a video on YouTube on how to handle a windsurfing board. It was 25 years ago since I last went windsurfing. So I checked a video and I just told myself, yeah, I can do this. I will buy one. So I did. This summer I bought myself a windsurfing board. Unfortunately, it's crazy. This summer it was just freaking dry. So the lake nearby, it's a big lake, but it totally dried out. So it's rocks all over the place. You can't go sailing there, even with a windsurfing board. So I haven't even tried it yet. And now it's winter. Well. YouTube. If I watch a YouTube video on how to handle a windsurfing board, YouTube will think, well, this woman is probably interested in other videos about sailing. We'll give her some. And I was sitting in August, I think, in my sofa, knitting, when YouTube came up with a recommendation to watch this video about sailing. So yeah, I did.
Okay, so the adventure has started. I can promise you on this trip you won't see any beaches. No bikinis. No palm trees. Or any pina coladas. There will only be me, my boat, 200 miles open blue ocean, North Sea. And the best thing...
And I was hooked. I mean, it's a guy and it's his boat, and with a destination to head for. So this video that I first saw is about sailing the North Sea winter time when it's stormy. And after this I have checked, I think, all your videos, and I really enjoy them. I think you are such a good storyteller. It's interesting, even if I know nothing about like engines, and it's like 20 years since I last put my foot on a sailing boat. I love the photography, and I think you edit your videos in a really good way. I mean, such a good quality. So now I nominate you. It's nearly a year and a half ago since I was invited to Haugesund, where ERIK has his boat, I suppose. And this was a couple of years ago. I couldn't go there then because my kid got sick. But in October, it's only a couple of months ago, I arrived at Haugesund to have this speech, and it was such a nice event, lots of people. And I really enjoyed to go to Haugesund because it's very nice, it's a beautiful village. The funny thing is that I was placed in a hotel just nearby the harbor. And I took a few pictures to share at my Facebook and Instagram, because on the other side of the water there's a yellow building saying sill something. Sill is a fish. Oh my, herring. It's an old building, I guess, and it's very beautiful, and it looks very special. So I took some pictures and I shared it. And there's a boat lying just in front of this building. I didn't take a notice about that. But then I checked Erik's latest video where he is changing the engine on his sailing boat. And where is that boat located? If not just in front of that house. So it may be so that I actually caught your boat, Erik, on a picture a couple of months ago. I thought that was quite funny. So, well, anyhow, I so much looking forward to follow you on your next trip in March. And I wish all the best to you. All three of you are now supposed to share the best video you have ever made and then nominate 3 other channels. And if you have time and if you think it's fun. And that's all for me today. I hope you check out those 3 channels. You will find links in the description, of course. Please subscribe my channel too, Sara's Kitchen Garden, and I'll see you next time in another video. Thank you for today. Bye bye.